whilst they were live on another phone. So Instagram lost its mind.
They were confused yesterday. They had between 3 and 4 million people.
Oh yeah. When black people decide, we decide well.
That is when we come together as one.
That's a whole different connecting the dots. So
exactly.
So to fast forward, for me, my stand-up became natural because I started singing less and performing more, just talking about being African. And during that time, I didn't understand the art of stand-up. Writing a 10-minute set, 5 minutes, 30 minutes. Starting punchlines, all that. I just knew that I'm telling a story that's funny. People will
Afrobeat is greeting you there.
Afrobeat, mon frère. I'm proud of this kid, Very proud.
I'm proud of him. Come on, Sabah.
Since Gaou, we have been dancing to one Ivorian song for how many years? For a long time. And then Afrobeat came along and said, let me update you people. Ivorians, there are many of us. And he gave us
dropped Joanna. Joanna
is the new Gaou. Joanna is the new African anthem. It's the new Gaou. So anyways, so for me, from 2005, around that time, I was performing a lot more in different, I wouldn't say comedy clubs, but just different stages. And during that time, there was what you call the Black Entertainment Comedy Awards. So at that time, it was in our community, that was a big deal, And I got nominated for Best Newcomer. And I had won it. That's when I knew that I'm doing comedy. I'm really doing. Already nominated.
You're already in it and you didn't know.
Already I'm being nominated. I find myself in a room where Richard Blackwood is there, one of my heroes. Still my hero till today. Gina Yashure, Lenny Henry was sitting around the corner.
Sheson is attacking you there.
Where is he now? You see, I remember when you... Listen, you see this guy, Sheson. If we start talking about, better than anybody. Sheson probably the best music video director to come out of Africa, but also probably going to become the best movie director at some point, I call it. But Sheson, I knew him in a studio in South London. One of my best friends, Obrigans, a Ghanaian, took me to his house. He said, I have my friend. Listen, them guys are in production. So we went to his house to record. Bro, that's when I met Sheson. No, little did I know that this guy would now, but he was already focused. He was doing things at the time that not a lot of people were doing. I'll be honest with you. So Sheson knows the stories that I'm telling. At that time, he said, this guy is funny. This guy's a funny guy. I like one or two things about me, but I really didn't know nothing. We just got along. And fast forward, this guy basically was more hits. It was him. You know better than anybody. But anyway, so those stories all align. Because during those times, it was just surreal to me, Bankulli. And my parents are telling me, what are you trying to become? At the same time, they're hearing my name amongst other people that they're seeing. They're confused, but they're not seeing money. So they're like, we're not seeing money. We're not seeing money. And I think when I won this award, I believe that's when my dad was like, okay, you're being recognized. Man. But I'll tell you I'll tell you a story, Bankulli. During that time, my father came to watch me perform. After a long time of stubbornness, my mom had convinced me, go and watch him perform.
As in, you've been inviting him.
I've been not interested. I sacrificed to bring people from Congo, where there's free education pretty much, where you can become doctor, lawyer, accountant. You want to be a clown. If I knew you'd be a clown, I would have brought your cousins. Come and be doctor, you can be a clown in Congo. I believe those was the mentality at the time.
But it's not even them. Their problem is that they're trying to break that poverty chain.
Of course.
And they believe the only way is through being a doctor. All this comedy, all this creative talent.
What is laughter is free. Big shout out to my brother YC. Too much
YC.
So for me, it was like, I'm going to prove my parents wrong. But not in a malicious way. Just they don't understand that there's more avenues to this. There's a reason I have a purpose. I really felt it because I enjoyed what I was doing so much, And anyway, so my dad comes to watch me perform. There was maybe 200 people at this event, maybe 300. And I was hosting a showcase, actually, a talent show. It was in North London. And my dad sat there, and there's a guy called Action Jackson. And he was a motivational speaker, but very nice guy. We were hosting the show together. People laughed so much during that show. My dad was the only one I could see in the crowd. He wasn't laughing. He just looked fascinated.
You were watching him and he did not flinch.
My own hero, the person who matters the most, Bankulli, is not laughing at my jokes, but everybody else is laughing. I say, what kind of a demon of a father is this? Bankulli, my dad will be doing this during the show. As people are laughing, like he's talking to himself, nodding. I said, what's going on here, this guy? So at the end of the show, I came to him, very upset that, so what did you think of the show? He said, oh, that was fun, Eddie, fantastic. He said it in my language, which means you have talent. You have talent, my son. I said, but that, you didn't even laugh once. He said, no, I enjoyed it. You have fun. I said, how can you? The whole point of comedy is to laugh. He said, no. I said, but you can't just keep looking around and say, Eddie, I was busy counting people. 200 people times 20 pounds. That's a lot of money. That's what I was doing. 20 pounds. 20 pounds. 20. As soon from that day, my dad said, when is our next show? Yes. What are we going? How do we get there? Oh, I've lost your sound. Wait. Can you hear me? Why can't I hear you? Oh, but I can't hear. Instagram. You people will pay for this. I've lost Bankulli.
I can hear you.
He's back. Okay, you're back. No, Bankulli, we will fight through this interview. It's like they don't want our stories to be told.
This one we must tell it by force, by fire.
Bro, my father was like, when is our next show? How do we get there? Let me check the map. My dad became my accountant and my driver the same day. Possibly even management. From that day on, when he did the maths, and my dad was like, I studied accountancy. My father was applying for a role in the company. Bro, my dad became my biggest fan. To have the support of your parents. And for me, it was by any means necessary. I think at that moment in time, he realized that my son has the power to influence people. And I think that really stuck out for him. You understand? And to have the support of your parents is
priceless. It's a big deal. And guess what? There's blessing. Yeah. There's also blessing in it.
1,000,000%. Because I knew that the prayer changed. I knew that the prayer subject changed. It went from God help our son see sense to God
help us.
Give him the blessings and give him the material and protect him in this industry is going to. I know it changed because from that moment when I won my award, we were very audacious, me and my team. We were young, Bankulli. 20, 21, 22, 23, we were young. We thought that we could take over the world. We were so excited. We said, let's start putting together our own shows. And many people have told us, you can't put together your own shows. You cannot put together your own shows because as in stand-up, the rules are what? You must be in stand-up for a long time because before you can even do one-man shows. I said, I couldn't even speak English. Not that long ago.
Don't forget everything is fine. That's the only word you the composers are hailing us. The composers in the house.
Composers, compose yourself. Compose yourselves. I love these kids, man. I mean, a lot of people are coming into this conversation right now. And some people always say, these are my people, but these are really my people. These are people that I've seen along the way, held hands with, in this industry. So, Bankulli, we decided to put together our first showcase, 2007. An audience with Eddiekadi. People say, what is this guy? Because you won an award and a few people are laughing at you. And I have to say, as much as we don't work together now, my team, T, Yolanda Brown, and you'll be very surprised.
I think I saw her here just now.
Yeah, there's Ayo and Olu Johnson. Olu Johnson, also known as OJ, also known as Get Hench, also known as Wizkid's official bodyguard. Whenever you see him in all these international events, not our brother in Nigeria, the one that's here. Whenever you see Wizkid, you see him with a very hench Nigerian man. His name is Olu Johnson, one of the best drummers and bass players I've ever come across. They were all part of the same crew. Do you understand? And I started performing. We put together a one-man show. We It was at the Mermaid Theatre in Blackfriars, 600 capacity. Let me show you how God works. And at this point, I want to say, man, when it's your purpose, it's your time, all you have to do is align with it, and God will do the same. You know, God will do the rest, my brother. Now, 600 capacity. We put our flyers. Junior's time, YouTube was around. MySpace was what we're talking about. So you're kind of promoting, but you have to give out physical flyers. Me, I will put on my hoodie, be outside of clubs, giving out to my team.
Stratford station.
Everywhere. Everywhere. We will land with the pizza man. We will also deliver with the pizza man.
Deliver with the pizza.
Oh. Bankulli, we put together, we were so creative at the time, we made sure the internet of what it was at the time, we made use of it. And that event, big shout out to my sister, Rebecca. Rebecca, you can see right now, if you see her below there, Yinka Becker. Can you see Bankulli? She's just joined us.
Yinka Becker, yes.
This woman will testify to what I'm telling you. She was our PR, our assistant, our event organizer, everything in one. Very talented. We went to the same university. So she was there. From this, man. This event has sold out. Quickly, 600 seats gone. We had to add another room. Put a TV screen in that room.
So that people can watch the extension.
From the main screen. This is how successful this event was. My parents came, everybody came. It was fantastic at the time. We had Richard Blackwood was my guest. That was a dream come true, you know, at the time. And mind you, let me tell you, one of my experiences prior to this was performing for Kojo at his one-man show, which he had done maybe 2005.
That's the only experience.
I was the support act in Catford Broadway. So I had a taste and hunger for that thing. Richard Blackwood was there. At the time, we also had Flawless, the dance group, who had ended up semi-finalists in Britain's Got Talent eventually. Big shout out to my brother Marlon Swoosh. They performed. These were big dance group, but we did a dance routine together. You know, a guy called Nathan, massive R&B singer at the time. He also graced us. There's so many great names, and the place was full of all my loved ones, people who had supported me. 2007, we sold out that venue. We came back again, sold out that same venue. It became routine. At that time, we get in 2008, my name is going around. I'm starting to meet people I never thought I'd meet, you know. We have Kevin J at that time, you know, Kevin J, the comedian, a fantastic comic. And at that time, I met Kevin around those times as well. And he was just a funny white boy who knew about African culture more than a lot of Africans.
The same guy on your Instagram page, right?
Kevin J, the same guy.
That stubborn guy. That guy was just, I don't know how to teach that guy. The guy almost wanted to destroy you on that show, but you know, agree. I know, just bring out another card to scatter the whole thing.
If you understand him, you understand that you're talking to a brother. I'm telling you.
Kevin, he sounds like a proper Nigerian man.
Listen, Kevin J was going to at the time his girlfriend was Nigerian, and
no wonder
Kevin was going to White Garment Church.
Jesus Christ!
Yes, so don't get it confused. His best friends were Nigerian. He grew up in Broadwater Farm in Tottenham. Kevin can put on a Nigerian accent better than anybody I knew. So he knew. So at the time when we connected, he got into stand-up. He started doing stand-up as well, and we just grew. And so these shows I'm talking to you about, from Mermaid Theatre, and my name started to get around, I started to perform. A lot of people are actually reminding me of so many things. Don't forget Jump Off TV. You know, during that time, Jump Off TV is it was one of the most popular urban, stages, but also online on YouTube, very popular. And people would call me to come and perform in these shows. And it was very unorthodox, you know.